What's up, guys? Hope you're having a great day. Today, I want to share with you 5 ways to increase your click-through rate in the SERP, the search engine's result page on Etsy. That means when a customer performs their keyword search, you've already got an SEO optimized listing that allowed you to be placed in front of the customer, which is step 1. They have to be able to see you in order to click you. Now I want to give you a couple tips to increase your click-through rate so that then you can worry about your conversion rate. All of these things matter. This is the customer journey. We have to acknowledge and be aware of these steps as sellers if we want to succeed on Etsy. So that's what we're going to focus on in today's video. Let's get to it. So I'm going to get right to the tips, but first I just wanted to vent a little bit about what is this thing novovirus. All right, me and Marielle have both had pretty much all of these symptoms recently, not to be too personal, and she figured out that we probably have this novovirus thing. I've never heard of this. If you knew about this, let me know, because this just came out of nowhere, and it's been, like I said, it's been slightly less than what I would call ideal to be dealing with this. I'm like, why am I so sore? And why does my stomach feel weird? Anyways, I just had to vent about that really quickly because I don't get out that much and I take really good care of myself. I don't like getting sick. Whatever the novovirus is, I hope it doesn't happen to you because, yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, I'm still here though because no excuses. I'm a doer. Tip number 1, guys. This is the most obvious tip I'm going to share. After this, they're going to get better. All right. But tip number 1, I can't overlook running a sale because I still see a lot of people that don't run a sale. And not every Etsy customer is so well versed on Etsy that they don't understand that they understand the mechanics of how the sales work on Etsy, that you can just reset them every day or whatever you want to do. And that a sale doesn't really have to be a sale because you can just offset the price of your product by the amount of the sale and charge whatever it is you want to charge. But run a sale, guys. It's so easy to do, and you can run like a 10% off sale if you want to. But notice this, Etsy's constantly tinkering with how it renders search results. Sometimes, I can't tell you that if you go and double check right now and try to check me on this work that you'll see the same thing, but check this out. You see what's behind me, this screenshot? In this case, I went incognito and I did some Etsy searching. The customer or the sellers that were running a sale had their prices highlighted in big, bold green text that said now, and then it listed the price, and it did the normal thing where it crosses out the old price and puts the percentage off. Again, it's like a value proposition to the potential buyer. Also, notice what it continues to do for the sales that are ending on the same day. It says sale ends in X number of hours. So for the really hungry Etsy sellers, you can reset your sale every day. I know that sounds a little crazy, but guys, there's a number of benefits. I don't want this video to be dedicated to running a sale, but for real, there's other benefits too, like alerting your customers who maybe favorited or added to cart your listings that, hey, it's on sale. Anything you can do like that, you want to leverage to your advantage. And you can just set a Google Calendar reminder recurring every night it's just a reminder to reset your sale. Also, if you forget to refresh your sale, you can still make sales at the higher price points. All right. Tip number 2. Design front and back, right? Did you ever think about doing that? It's something we can all do when we set up our product templates in our production partners, as long as your production partner supports it. Design front and back, guys. So check this out. Here are a couple best-selling listings that design front and back. And you can see that each seller has kind of a different way of displaying that they're not only selling a design on the front of the shirt, they're selling it on the back of the shirt as well. You have the creative liberty to do it however you want to do it. Just make sure that you convey this information in your primary thumbnail because, guys, take a quick look at how Etsy renders the text of the listing title in search results. Do you see this real quick? It's about 5-6 words. 5-6 words. 5-6 words. These titles are a lot longer than that. They're rendering like a third of the title in text, and then they just put ... You know why? Yeah, you probably do know why, but I'm going to say it anyways. Because customers don't read the title. They don't care. Customers are looking at the images and saying, hey, have you made a compelling enough value proposition to me, the customer, that I should click your product and not your competitor's products and buy from you? All right, so just consider all of these things. Also, if you're not willing to go to these lengths to compete, just know that, other people are. You're seeing it right here. Tip number 3, consider this. Not many people do this. I'm calling it a call to action. Essentially add something to your primary thumbnail that is, again, screaming some additional value to the customer, some value proposition, whatever it is, call to action. I mean, if you say call to action, maybe that's not the right word. Call to action is like kind of telling them, hey, click me. I don't know if we should necessarily do that, but it's these little, bubbles that say ships today, more color options, or ships today again, right? And it says free shipping on order of $35 plus. That's a pretty common one that I think a lot of us can do because we have that Etsy free shipping guarantee that it wants everybody to opt into. And you're like, yeah, but if I opt into the free shipping guarantee and they order more than $35, what do I do? And it's like, well, that means they probably ordered 2 products, which means the extra profit you collected probably exceeds the shipping costs. And if it doesn't, hey, you still sold 2 products. Be happy. You know what I mean? But they can also buy more than 2. It doesn't just stop at 2 products. What if they buy 3 products or 4 or more? So think along those lines. Tip number 4, in your primary thumbnail, okay, we're talking about increasing click-through rate. Remember, this is when they're in the search results, it's you and it's like 60 other people, okay? Think about how you frame your product. What color do you mock it up on? Do you do multiple colors? What gender do you do you use a human model wearing it? If you do you do a man? Do you do a woman? Do you do a flat mock-up with no human wearing it? You have to make these decisions, right? And of course, you can study your niche to get a hint, but there's not always a clear-cut right or wrong answer. Sorry for interrupting. I wanted to let you know that linked in the description, you can find my free print-on-demand mini course that is completely new for 2023. If you sign up, it'll help you get your first sale. And down there, you'll find a link to my print-on-demand Facebook group. I hope you'll join the community. In the case of like nursing shirts, that's what I've been using for most of these demos for this video. I just went to Google, all right? What % of nurses are female? And from Zippia.com, it suggests about 86% of nurses are female. Shout out to all the nurses. So in that case, it's probably no surprise that I screenshotted here the top 8 organic nurse shirts when I searched. I think the words I typed in was just nurse shirt. Out of the top 8, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 50% of the top 8 thumbnails have a woman wearing them, and the other ones are flat mock-ups. So, I mean, hey, shout out to the male nurses too. You know me, I like to pivot from the obvious. I like to be a little contrarian. I might see this and be like, all right, cool. I'm going to start selling a bunch of male nurse shirts. I mean, for real. That may be underserved. I'm not saying it is because I haven't actually done any research, but it's probably pretty commonly overlooked. And here's the thing, when you go that route with what I just described, and of course, I love to talk. I'm deviating from the purpose of this video, but really quickly, while it's on my mind, like, it probably won't become a bestseller. So if I'm selling the male nurse shirts, I want to rank when someone types into Etsy male nurse shirt. What I'm extremely less likely to do is rank near the top of page 1 when someone just types in nurse shirt. And we all know why, hopefully. Remember 10 seconds ago? Because Google's telling us right here that 86% roughly of nurses are female, right? So I'm willing to accept less potential exposure and just targeting male nurse, right? Because most people, when they think of nurse shirts, probably file in line with, hey, a lot of them are the majority female, right? So anyways, that was the point. That wasn't planned, but I love to talk. Tip number 5. All right, this one... We all need to look in the mirror sometimes. Be honest with yourself about how your mockups stack up against your competition. Sometimes we need to just jump on over to Etsy and check out what our competition is doing that is outperforming us, that's outselling us. If you didn't know, the Etsy algorithm pushes the best performers towards the top of page 1 because that's how they keep their customers happy. Every time a customer searches for something, clicks it and buys it, it sends a signal that, hey, whatever they searched for, this was a good fit. And that, again, the algorithm's just prioritizing those so that customers can find what they like. Of course, there's ads and things like that help mix it up. So use those to your advantage. But when you're scrolling through and looking at thumbnails, and then you've got shirts like, I don't know, this one right here. You know what I mean? This one right here. This one right here. I didn't mean to play the video when I hovered. You know what I mean? This one right here. When you see thumbnails like this, if your thumbnails are looking more like those ones that we just highlighted, especially this blue one is honestly probably the best example. If you put that one side by side with like, here's an even better way. Let's just copy this image address and put it right next to this one right here. Let me see if I can get this right. There we go. All right, for the sake of the video, you saw what I just did there. Right above my head. Put these two side by side. All right, if that's our listing on the left and this is our competition on the right, can we just be honest with ourselves for a second about that we're not doing everything in our power to position ourselves for success, and that perhaps we should go back to the drawing board, not even with regards to our design, but literally how we frame our finished product. That's completely within our control. And there isn't like some one size fits all solution. I'm sorry if you came to this video expecting me to point you to like one solution, like, yes, this is the mockup. This one mockup is going to get you all the sales. Not how it works, right? But being open-minded, because every niche is different. Like we're in the nursing niche. We talked about how the gender aspect probably plays a role in how you should frame your product, and even the colors, right? And sometimes, again, you see everybody doing light colors. Maybe you go in and do a black shirt. You know, maybe it's not a coincidence why the black shirts aren't selling well. I don't know. But, you know, don't be afraid to split test either. We've seen, if you've seen some of my videos using like Insight Factory to spy on top performing shops, we've seen some of these top performing shops take the same design, make multiple listings with that design, and split test different primary thumbnails. So just talking out loud here about, hey, things that you can try to position yourself to, you know, for success, really, to collect information, collect data, position yourself for success. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to join my full print-on-demand course that walks through my step-by-step process to start, scale, and automate your print-on-demand business to replicate my six-figure profits every single year, the link is in the description. Check it out. And I've got a link to my private community. I go live multiple times a week. It's the easiest way to interact directly with me to get help on your business. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow with another new video.